Top 10 Dark Secret of America. The land of the free and the home of the brave. That is what America calls itself. But if you're one of those people who likes to sport a tinfoil hat, then you might find that America has some other stuff going on. Some deep, dark secrets that you don't want anyone to know. Well, lucky for us, those secrets have leaked out through the cracks, and now we're gonna bring you some of them here today. It's time to strap on your tinfoil hat because we're going to deep dive into this list of top 10 dark secrets of America. If any of you at home want some more, most amazing top 10 content, you should check us out on Instagram and Facebook and stick around until the end of this list because I'm going to be answering some questions from my Instagram inbox. If you want me to answer your questions, you can hit me up through the gram without taking any longer. Let's get into this list. Coming in at number 10 we have, Who Killed Kennedy? Now the story in the book says that Lee Harvey Oswald was the one who shot Kennedy on that day when he was in front of everyone in America. But we're not here to stick to the books, they don't keep all the secrets in the books. When you go back to the old footage, we see that there was for sure 2 shooters. So who was the second shooter on that day? There also is a ton of motivation to have Kennedy killed. He was starting to crack down on organized crime. He might have been sleeping with Marilyn Monroe. He was supporting the civil rights movement and he wanted to make it law to give black people equal pay to white people. And there were a whole bunch of other things that Kennedy was trying to push that would have cost the super rich millions, maybe even billions, and after he was killed, his brother was killed and Marilyn Monroe mysteriously had an overdose. The guy who was accused of killing Kennedy was shot and killed before he could ever stand trial. So we never got the full story from this dude. The whole thing is wrapped in so much mystery and we will probably never get to the bottom of this. Coming at number 9. We have Harvey Weinstein. This was an open secret in Hollywood for a long time. When word came out that Harvey Weinstein was one of the most notorious in Hollywood history, the world was shocked. But here's the thing, everyone knew about this, not like me, everyone but everyone in show business. There was even a story of Courtney Love telling other women that if Harvey Weinstein ever invites you to the Four Seasons, don't go because that's where he pulls all of his dirty tricks. Thankfully all of the secrets about this man are out in the open and now he has been thrown behind bars and will hopefully never be heard from again. Enjoy your twilight years while you're brutally beaten in jail. Good riddance. I only put this one at number 9 because it used to be a secret. But now everyone knows what's going on. Coming in at number 8 we have a disinformation agent. So here's a tactic that will only be spouted as some mad rhetoric that some internet weirdos believe in. But here's the thing. It's absolutely real. Disinformation is something that the American government will use all the time to try and muddy the waters. So when information leaks out about their top secret experiments, no one finds out what they're actually up to. The information is mixed in with some of the bull crap that they made up. So you don't know what is true. A perfect example of this is the Roswell aliens. For decades, people believed that there were aliens flying through Roswell. That for whatever reason this was a hotspot that aliens wanted to visit. I don't know why they would want to go to a desert as the first place to visit on planet Earth. That is for sure not the best thing we have to offer. But that was a myth made up by the CIA. The reason they did this was because they were testing experimental aircraft in the area. If these UFOs were ever spotted and people thought they were aliens, they would never try to investigate them as American military devices, and this would keep all of the American military projects secret. Coming in at number 7 we have Area 51. That being said, there are some squirrely things that are going on in Area 51 that we don't know about. The rumors about this place are endless. Some say that they have everything locked away in the secret location. I mean, we're talking about secret weapons that could demolish entire cities, things that would make a nuke look like a bow and arrow. There are rumors that the future of space travel is locked away in this place. That they have spaceships that can move faster than the speed of light, which is supposed to be impossible. But the eggheads at Area 51 might have found a way to do it. Element 115 is supposed to be one of the most powerful compounds on the planet and the fuel to all these futuristic spaceships that's supposed to be locked away down there. Alien life is apparently down there too. Can you guys just open it up for a little while so we could run through and take a bunch of pictures of the stuff? Like, please, come on, be cool. Coming in at number 6 we have Who You Are. Here's something you don't think about all the time, but the American government is constantly working with powerhouses like Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and many others, constantly collecting data on you. They're listening to your phone calls, which we know from everything that Edward Snowden leaked. You can listen to the podcast with him on the Joe Rogan Experience, which is absolutely frightening now. Even though America might not be looking right at your information all the time, they are collecting it. They have a file on you right now that they could pull up at any time. They have recordings of almost all of your conversations. They have data on you big time. In fact, the American government might know you better than you know yourself. Coming in at number 5. We have the moon base. Now this one is a major speculation, but apparently the Americans didn't just land on the moon, leave a flag and then bounce. They built a base up there so they could have a military advantage that no one would expect. The idea behind this is that in the late 50s there was a plan to take a nuke up to the moon, leave it there and blow it up. This way the whole world could watch a new blow up on the moon and would display how powerful America is now. That was a real plan. They obviously didn't go through with this plan because it's super extra. But people think they still went up there, place nukes there just in case they have to shoot the moon. Look at someone someday. Coming in at number 4, we have what's going on with the food. What is going on with American food? It has been known for a long time that many people have their hands in the American food supply, from pharmaceutical companies to Monsantos to billionaire lobbyists who can manipulate the FDA to bend to their will with money. It goes from small stuff like no labeling on GMO products to large stuff like sneaking high fructose corn syrup into everything. And in some states it's cheaper to buy fruit punch than it is to buy water. It's hard to keep yourself healthy when the super rich are going out of their way to make sure that everything you put in your mouth is poison. Coming in at number 3, we have time travel. We think it would be impossible to travel through time. But apparently the Americans have been doing this for quite some time. Declassified information about Project Pegasus came forward, which revealed that DARPA had been working on time travel for years. And while the final pieces of the report suggested that they shut down the program due to lack of success, there have been reports from attorney Andrew Iago. He stated that not only has the US government perfected this tech, but that he has also been sent through time himself. Honestly, I hope that this is true, because this would be the answer to fixing global warming. I would just hope that whoever is using this power isn't completely evil. Please. Coming in at number 2, we have the destabilization of Iran. In the 1960s, Iran elected a new leader and it seemed that the country had a prosperous new future. The leader was left-leaning, agnostic, and wanted to see a future that had a free and powerful Iran. But having Iran as a new powerhouse in the Middle East did not fare well for the American interest. So they staged a coup through American broadcasting systems. They televised a fake revolution and posted it all over Iranian news. This made the Iranian people think that a revolution was happening and gave fuel to the anti-Western sentiment that some people felt about the new leader. They overthrew a democratically elected official and put a shot in place who would tear down any hope of Iran being a free and prosperous country. And coming into the number 1 spot, we have who killed Jeffrey Epstein. Probably the worst secret to come out of America in recent years is the fact that one of the most rich and powerful people on the planet who had ties and relationships with many high-profile people throughout the world. Everyone from governors to presidents, to billionaires, to actors, to people all throughout Hollywood, to princes and kings and all that stuff, was also in possession of an island who he used for sex. He would use this island. So all of these high-profile scum could perform horrible deeds with people, and then it was discovered, people came forward. This guy was arrested and then thrown in jail. Now people sat and waited for the most high-profile case in American history to be put underway. But before Epstein could spill the beans, he took his own life in solitary confinement. But this was super suspicious because the camera to his cell was turned off at the time of his death and his injuries were in conjunction with someone being strangled, not someone being hung. So it was pretty clear that this guy who had dirt on the most rich and powerful people on the planet was killed so he wouldn't open his mouth. Now the question is, who killed Jeffrey Epstein? Alright, everyone, that is the list, and now I'm going to answer some questions from my Instagram inbox. Ronnie Told Delaney wrote and asked, would you rather fight 10 horse-sized duck or 10 duck-sized horses? Danny DeVito wrote in and asked, what are some scary creepypastas you've seen as a teen? And I have to say, dude, that I haven't seen any scary creepypastas as a teen. When I was a teen, creepypasta might have been around, but it was for sure not popular. No one my age was reading creepypasta when I was young. The first one I ever read was The Russian Sleep Experiment, and after that I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole looking for new stories. I think I might have even thought that they were real at the beginning. And finally Ben Anderson 1297 wrote in and asked, if you like soccer, what's your favorite soccer team? And I have to say that I don't watch soccer at all. I know is the biggest sport in the world. But it's never really done anything for me. My dad, on the other hand, is a huge soccer fan. And I know that he's always supported Arsenal ever since I was a little kid. He was cheering for the Gunners. So I have to stay with family on this one. And I will choose Arsenal. Alright, everyone that has been our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in as always. I would love it if you like, comment, subscribe and hit the little notification bell. Until next